Nice win for you guys today, starting 2-0 and grabbing the series win over Northwestern. Great performance by Evan as well as the guys at the plate today.
Yeah. Webster, man, he set the tone.
Yeah.
And we missed some opportunities there early, left some runners on base, and, it's a tight game through 5 innings. And, Webster takes a lot of pressure off your offense with all those zeros. So you felt like we were going to get it going offensively, but give their guy credit. Again, he pitched out of jams. And usually when you pitch out of jams, not only do you keep us from scoring, but then you grab all the momentum, and then you have all the hope and all the energy. And Webster, man, just didn't give him a whole lot of life today.
What is it with Evan? I mean, he's not a big strikeout guy, but obviously guys aren't able to put the bat on the ball very well against him, at least, for hits.
It's pitching, right?
Yeah.
Just the ability to pitch. But the ability to, as we say, 1% better, and when you do things right, and you just check the boxes and you keep working hard, and each year, seems like he's getting a little bit better, a little bit stronger, can turn over the lineup. It's everybody wants to have all the success, but there's not a lot of patience, and I hope all the younger kids, are paying attention to it. Takes time sometimes, but if you do the right things and you work extremely hard, and you're a great teammate, it's got a chance to work out for you. So we're happy with Webby's success. I'm not surprised by any means. He's such a valuable pitcher on our staff, but it's nice to see him, start the game. I mean, I'd love to play defense behind that guy because, you're on your toes. The ball's getting put in play. He's aggressive in the strike zone. I mean, he can strike guys out, but, guys have to be ready to swing because he's so aggressive in the strike zone.
Offensively, I mean, you guys, I think it's 10 or more runs now, 9 of the last 10. I mean, you guys are, and it's coming from different guys.
We definitely have shown our balance and our depth. New guys in the lineup today that maybe hadn't been, in the last few games, and it's nice. It's a good situation to be in. I just got to keep these guys going. They just got to stay focused and continue to do what they're able to do, and because guys get hot, guys get locked in, and I think they respect each other, know how talented they all are and how hard they work. So trusting each other is huge, and not feeling like, hey, I got to do it myself. We've got that balance really 1 through 9, and got about 12, 13, 14 guys all giving us something.
You talk a lot about this being a developmental program, and if we can just double back to Webster just a little bit, what is it that you think that he's been able to come along with Roger that's kind of been the difference maker for him, as he's continued to go through his progression?
It's a growth mindset. It's just continuing to work hard, and yes, the longer you're with Coach Williams, he's gonna figure you out and try to put you in positions to succeed, and then he's gonna test you and see if you can grow, and let's see if you can throw this pitch in these situations. And so it's fun seeing the combination, of our pitchers with Coach Williams. So, but you got to earn it. You got to do it. It's not going to be handed to you. No one's going to sprinkle magic dust on you, man. Webby went through some tough times. Webby went through some struggles. I mean, it's part of it. But I will say, ever since he showed up on campus, he hasn't been afraid to run out there, and we've run him out there from his freshman year on, and then he's been on that ride of a lot of ups and a few downs. But man, he's a great teammate. He's well respected. He's a team captain, and so we're glad he's in the program, and we're glad he came back, to work on his master's degree, and was another one of those guys that obviously we thought could sign. And so now I'm sure he'll get a chance to sign after this year.
Some more good innings out of the bullpen today. West gave you a couple solid. Again, you just seems like everybody that runs out almost, for the last couple weeks has, shown you that, maybe they could be a guy that can give you some quality innings as you get into ACC play.
And you need them. I mean, those middle innings are huge. We're talking about Webster so much. I mean, that's where he cut his teeth, was somewhere in the middle, somewhere with runners on base. I mean, we threw that guy to the fire. But, man, you get awful tough getting thrown into those situations. So yes, really pleased with our bullpen. Wes was really good, and even though it's not going to be Cade Grundy's best outing, like I said in the outfield, I mean, you gave up 1 run. Like, you got to be able to pitch out of jams. You got to be able to handle the adversity. You got to be able to move to the next pitch. And so even though sometimes you inherit those situations and sometimes you're part of creating them, but you got to move on. And I hope it could be a great learning point for Cade, as we need all those guys, because 1 run is 1 run. And I always tell our guys, 1 run is not going to beat us. Avoid the crooked numbers. So even he, in not one of his best innings efficiently, pitched out of a huge jam. So very happy with the bullpen.
Matt Klein's another guy that's doing quite well to play for you guys. Had the home run today, and kind of a versatile guy, can play behind the plate at first. What's he mean to this roster so far?
He's kind of like an Anderson in a sense, where just really good bat path, good understanding of the strike zone, used all fields early on in his career. Unfortunate setback with the knee, but I think as you watch, like in Anderson, the longer he's in our program and then the stronger he gets, and if we can keep him healthy, I thought that ball was going out, that one he hit the center today. And so he's just what we call a really good hitter because of that bat path. He can hit to all fields, and power will continue to come the longer he's here.
What's the key to finishing this thing off tomorrow in the series, and as you look to a couple midweek games next week, maybe not use quite as many pitchers tomorrow that you might normally do, or do you think about that ahead of time, or not really?
No, I think for us it's I think championship teams play really good on Sunday, and that's because the value of the Sunday game, whether you're 0-2, 2-0, or 1-1, it's such a huge swing game, that third game of a series. And sometimes it's a test of your depth in the bullpen, where we're usually running out fresh arms on a Sunday, and other programs are maybe recycling. So no matter what happened Friday, Saturday, I'm always challenging our group, man, let's be our best on Sunday. Let's turn the page. And so we'll be where our feet are right now, and then we'll turn our attention to the midweek and next weekend after tomorrow.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks,
All
Dan.
right.
Appreciate it.